Hello everybody, my name is BearCozy and today is all about charms. More specifically, how to get gear charms. As you can see, I've been collecting quite a bit. Now these are not the only ones that I have collected tons and tons of them. And these gear charms come from achievements, but there are lots of different ways to get gear charms as well as here, as you can see. So that is what I want to talk about today. So if it's your first time here and you don't know me, my name is BearCozy. I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational videos. I like to make account progress videos and I like to show my successes and my failures. And as I mentioned, today is all about charms and I wanted to make this video while the gear enhancement event is going on. Now, right now, the gear enhancement event is going on and I am getting down to the bottom here. I haven't leveled any gear yesterday at all. This was all from one day and I wanted to talk about how to do the gear charms. But first, let's go ahead and pull our daily summons, pull our free shard. We do have a free shard. I want to go ahead and pull that, see what we can get. We get Rourke. Let's go ahead and pull one more. We get two. So we are going to move on. I'm going to save the rest because I am letting them slowly build up so we can have a nice summon party video. And then, of course, we can do some pulls on the limited summons as well. I do want to get myself a Valeria, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to because I don't really have a whole lot of shards. So as I've mentioned, today is all about how to acquire gear charms. Now, one of the first places you can get gear charms is, of course, quests. Weekly quests as well, and you can get yourself some charms from the achievements. As you can see, development has a bunch of them. Collecting should have a couple. There's a bunch. As you go through, you do get different rewards for just playing the game, right? So as far as getting gear charms goes, there is no easy, no quick answer for this. The easiest and the simplest answer was Garel's Fire Slam event. If you did not grind that for gear charms, you missed out a lot. But there are still places that you can get gear charms for the gear enhancement event. I know a lot of us struggle with enhancing gear because for me, I never have enough gear charms, never have enough resources to level all my gear to 15 like I want. And most of my gear gets leveled to 12. However, my event points are still stacking up and they are coming along really nicely. So the first place, the easiest place, I guess, just play the game, participate in the game, do your daily quests every day. You get 3 of these here, and that is kind of cool. You do also get some diamonds. I didn't get there yet. Weekly, of course, you do get 1 legendary charm, which is very, very nice, special charm. That helps out a lot. Then, of course, as I mentioned, achievements. Then the next place you can also get it from is the Endless Trial. Now, if you play Endless Trial, where is the Endless Trial? If you play the Endless Trial, you can always get the Endless Trial. You can always get them here for completing the Endless Trial, and you can get them in Endless Trial as well as you participate, as you clear floors. So as I've mentioned, there is no quick and easy answer. The absolute best thing to do was Garel's Fire Slam event. If you did not catch that, I made videos on all of the Fire Slam. I made like 4 different videos on the progression, grinding charms. There was lots of different rotations on what you could grind and what you could get as rewards. And a lot of them were just multi-battles, kind of set it, come back, let it run, and then come back and refresh. So that was really, really cool. After Garel's Fire Slam, I think the biggest thing is actually grinding Queen of Tides, or grinding dungeons in general, I should say. As you grind dungeons, you can get yourself lots and lots of charms. And of course, it's very, very slow. I do have a speed team, of course, for Queen of Tides 12. I'm not going to do all 10 runs, but however, let's turn on Santis's ultimate ability. I had it shut off for Ash Magisteria 12. I had that shut off because she works really, really well, or she works a lot better with her abilities turned off. I've been running that, and I've been rotating between running Ash and running Queen. This is my speed team for Queen of Tides. It's just over 2 minutes, a little bit over. Sometimes on the laptop, depending on if the laptop gets hot, it slows down a little bit. Sometimes closer to 2:15, 2:30. But this is my speed team for Queen of Tides. It's working really well. It's 100%. I will make a full video on this. I actually have not. Other things keep coming up. But as you keep grinding dungeons, you start to get gear charms, and they do add up slowly. So the name of the game is Slow and Steady, and that is how to do it. Skipping to the end of Queen of Tides, here we go. She should be dead from all the poisons. There are lots and lots of poisons on her. So this is roughly about 2 minutes. And as I've mentioned, as you complete these and as you run these, you do start to get yourself gear charms. There we go. Shortest battle, 2:14. And that was pretty cool. And speaking of running dungeons for gear charms, not only do you get gear charms, but you also get enhancement experience. And we now have a backpack, which has been really, really nice. And you can use this backpack to upgrade gear to any level you want. You can go with 3, 6, 9, 12, or right to 15, or you can use the slider if you're looking for a specific amount of experience. Of course, I use the ones on the bottom, and the boots are level 13, so the only one that's available is 15. But I typically use the slider on the bottom, and I go through and I click 3, 6, 9, and so on. So right now, running dungeons for enhancement experience is the best way to do it, because not only do you fill up your backpack with experience, but you also get gear charms. There's also one more place to get gear charms that I want to show you, and this is what I have been doing. Let me go all the way back. What you can do here is actually, from your main screen, talk to the bartender, and the bartender usually has at least a couple gear charms. Now what I do is I buy gear charms with gold. There's 1, there's 2. These are always good to have. Then I go through and figure out what I want to get, what is good. Let's check the scroll. I only have 2. I am going to buy the scroll. And then I think that's going to be it. Unless there's something here worth buying, I don't buy it. The next thing that I do that's been working for me is I actually refresh on the bottom right-hand side. You can refresh the bartender stock for 20 gems, or for 20 diamonds, I should say. But as you can see right there, just by refreshing it with 20 diamonds, we have now acquired ourselves a lot more gear charms, and that is really nice. Another scroll here. Another necklace here, necklace charm. And then we also have the ultimate chest plate charm, which is awesome. So right there, I got 4 more plus 1 more scroll. And to me, and you can also check for gear, of course. And to me, I think it's worth to refresh it once. Now, be mindful that it does scale and it does get a lot more expensive. So if you do refresh it one more time, it now costs 40, and it does scale from there. If you are very, very low on gear charms, that is something you can do, but I would not recommend it. So every 6 hours, as the bartender refreshes his gear charms, this is a really good way to refresh and essentially double the gear charms that you get. For 20 extra diamonds, it's going to cost you a little bit of diamonds, but you are getting that much needed gear charms to enhance the gear, because we all know enhancing gear is a struggle, and none of us has enough gear charms to enhance gear. I feel like we're all constantly starving for materials. The other place to keep an eye on is, of course, the special events. Now, as you can see, the Dawn card is active right now. I did hit S tier, which is 300k. I made 2 videos. The first video was 60k, which is capped on hard. I did a common and I did a hard video. I wasted one of my keys, so I could not get to Mythic. And then I made a full video just on Mythic and how I hit S tier, with all of my team, all of their gear, and so on. There is nothing spectacular there at all, except for maybe Nathalia, who's at 268 crit damage. Everybody else is right around 200 or just lower. So keeping an eye on these special events also will give you charms, give you things like this, where you complete quests, right? And we should probably go ahead and claim this. Gear charm, pumpkin. And then we actually get some medallion, and we can spend those in the shop. Let's go ahead and grab the chest there. There's another gear charm there. And then what we can do is, I actually missed 100 diamonds. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and grab that. And there's typically a shop with these events. So if you go to the market, you can actually see what you can buy. You can buy advanced gear charms. You can buy special gear charms as well. Now these are actually both 200, which may be worth buying. It's probably worth buying these special gear charms because they do give you 10,000 experience as opposed to the 3,000 that you get with the advanced. And there's also lots of different things here, like the summoning crystals as well. You can buy those here as well. There's also avatars and things like that. But since we are talking about gear charms, this is a really good place to go ahead and grab yourself a gear charm, or as many as you can afford. Buy them all. As you can see, I am closing in on 3,000 medallions, and if I wanted to, I can go ahead and buy myself 15 of these, and that would be really, really cool. I'm just shy of 3,000. So I can get 14, but I did just buy the special gear charm here, which does give 10,000 experience. So keeping an eye on these special events, a lot of times in the market, you can buy gear charms or whatever your heart desires. So there is another good way to get gear charms. And doing all of these things and participating in the game, doing all these things adds up slowly over time. And then when the gear enhancement event comes around and it's time to roll your gear, you should have enough experience to roll a bunch of gear and max out the event. So there it is. I hope that helps. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the thumbs up to drive this video to reach more people like you. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.